But he spent a lot of money, and people respect money.
Yeah.
I mean, in fact, some of them people called him Mr. Ewell.
Some of the whites.
Yes, sir, buddy. Yes, sir. That Mr. Payne's hardware store. Oh, how you doing, Mr. Ewell? Because they know he was going to drop $50, $60, $100, you know, for his farm, or whatever, food. Because I mean, animal food, all that stuff was sold right in the hardware store.
Right.
You know, and oh yeah, they had no problem calling him Mr. Ewell. Yeah.
How do you think the Civil Rights Act changed your life? What things changed?
Jobs opened up. Just living in general. Things easier. Things was easier. Only thing that upsets me, and still upsets me a little bit today, when people think it's just so. No, it's not. It's not all of it. It's quite nice. I'd be a fool to say, because I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you now if it wasn't a great change. But there's still a whole lot of stuff. That's one thing that I noticed as being at my age, at 67, is that I know about, like I tell my kids, I say, y'all only know about it now. I know about it before then. And let me tell you, the only thing my words always is on that is that it's done differently. Yeah, even white folks think another white folk is stupid if you call a person an N-word. That's stupid. We're just smart, but it's done differently. It's done in the pocket. It's done when you're trying to get a loan. It's done things that really, actually, for I'm concerned, that really hurts you more. That's the way a lot of it's done now. You know, like a company I'm getting ready to retire from. A good company. Don't get me wrong. It's a good company. I've been treated fairly, loosely, using the word loose, fairly. I've been there for 27 years. I'm getting ready to retire. But still, and because what gets me is the literature that they put out. You know, we are this big, diverse company. We are we're the second biggest defense company there is, BAE Systems, versus Lockheed Martin. And we probably got 30 vice presidents and presidents. And we got one black president and one black woman. Vice president. And they talk about this great diversity. You gonna tell me that only one of us was smart enough to do this? You know, you gonna tell me? And I watched them go to these colleges, because that's outside of the big company recruit now. They go to college and get there to hand pick up. And here come, I say at the end of the year, here come like maybe 5, 10, 15 students coming in for these nice jobs. No blacks. You know, I mean, we have a lot of blacks there, don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about when they bring them in for those good jobs. Okay. And they go to these colleges and handpick them, and then every now and then it's like a piece of pepper and salt. You happen to see one, and right now I'm still at odds, like, whoa, you know, got one. He must have been extra smart. You know, I mean, stuff like that, you know, and you know, and then, and this is another good thing I really like about it, though. I have to admit to this, is that it's so nice to be able to speak freely about it to them. Because my boss, I'm a chauffeur. I'm an executive chauffeur. And I drive a lot of high-powered people. And I have to, at times, I catch them looking at me like, you just told me that you didn't even graduate from high school. And we sitting up there talking, and you know what got me kind of tied-tongue here about don't know how to answer that, you know. And I would tell them, they would say, oh, come on, Mac, now you have to admit that it's better, that thing. I said, better? I said, now what you want to know, better or it's been changed? Well, I say it's a big difference there. It's a big difference. Things done changed, but is it any better? I'll tell them, I won't say it's not better, but it's not as good as you're trying to make. Or that's what I like about today. That you can speak your mind, and if you do it the right way. Because I'm not an arrogant person there. I don't do it to try to cause any kind of conflict toward me and you. But I am a person like my daddy. I say what's on my mind, especially if you ask me. You know, and sometimes I'm looked down on it, but then people that really understand me and like me, they say that's the favorite word when they say about Mac Ewell. That's one thing about him. He will say what's on his mind. He's not.
Do you think that's why this project that Congressman Connolly has initiated is so important? What would you say about this project?
Yes, it's very important. It's something that should have been a long time ago. It's making you realize that there are some people are recognizing you. There are some people are interested in what you have to say, or your opinions about it. Those are the kind of things that I like. And I would have to say, like I say, I'm not saying everything is doom and gloom. There are a lot of things that I like about things today. Is that it's not where it should be, but I love the fact that you can talk about it now openly. You don't have to look down at the ground when you think you might say something out of place that's going to offend, or it's the truth, but you're afraid you're going to offend. You don't have to, at least with me. I don't feel intimidated by saying what I want to say, and it makes me feel really great that there are people like him that wants to hear what you got to say.
Like the Congressman.
Truly, yes. Truly want to hear what you got to say. Okay. You know, not just showcasing or whatever. I truly, because like I told you, I've met him several times. He's come to our church. I go to Ebenezer there.
You're talking about Congressman Connolly?
Connolly, yes. Yes, he's been to our church, well loved by our church. He's one of our favorite people, Connolly, when he comes there, the congressman. And I really do. I'm not just saying this. I think he's a genuine good person, because I know some things that he have helped us with our church. You know, cutting through some of the red tape, and him and my pastor, Pastor Lundy, have a great relationship, and I think he truly likes Pastor Lundy, and I know Pastor Lundy likes the congressman. Yeah. And like I said, it feels good. At first, I wasn't going to do this, because number one, I didn't think, like, I don't know about this thing, but I'm glad now, and you made me change my mind about it. Okay. Just a conversation with you, and then I was talking to my kids, and I was talking to my wife, and my wife, she knows him real well, because she works for the county. She works right up the street. And she knows him real well. She said, Mac, you got to do it. Go ahead on. I said, well, the lady I was talking to, I said, we had something in common, because she actually went to the school, and I know one of her relatives. And I said, and she told me, no, you're going to be all right. So, and I said, well, let me go ahead on. She said, because one thing about you now, you can talk. That's why I told you, don't feel bad if you have to, like, cut.
Well, listen, I want to thank you, yes, because this has been an absolutely wonderful conversation with you. Mr. Ewell, it is just your life stories are priceless, and I feel that for scholars in the next generation, the youth of the next generation, those people that are interested in the civil rights movement as it pertains to Northern Virginia, are going to learn so much from your experience.
Thank you.
So I want to thank you on behalf of Congressman Connolly, on behalf of George Mason Folk Life Center, the Library of Congress, which is where your testimony will be stored for future generations, also the library system in Prince William County and Fairfax County. On behalf of all of them, and especially Congressman Connolly, we want to thank you for taking a time out of your busy schedule to come and sit down and spend some time with us about your wonderful experiences. Now, last words, is there anything else you want to tell us about segregation, your life, March on Washington, anything?
No, well, just the times that when those events happen, and I have some sorrows that I didn't participate in some of those. I had a chance to meet Martin Luther King, you know what I mean, did not meet him, but see him physically, and didn't do it. I think about that a lot. I think about some of the big marches. I can remember some big marches, you know, in D.C. that now that I'm old, and I say to myself, you know, like, you know, I could have made a better effort. I should have. But we were like most people, with TV people. Now I watched everything, and cast my opinion with watching it, but it's different, and life is good. Life is good. It's a big difference. Okay. It's a difference. I'm enjoying life.
Good. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
All right, we can cut that.